This story begins long ago in a far desolate place where legends of dragons and mythical creatures start. A cold and barren land and a girl named Silverdragon to be exact. A refined archer and heroine, loved by her people and many around her. But she had recently left her home. The reason? Betrayal. From almost all in her village. The only exception? A kind magical priest that had taken care of her since she was 3 years old. What was the reason for this betrayal? Well, I suppose I have to tell you. It was around 6 months before when C had the misfortune of getting caught by an enemy village. She managed to flee but got an arrow in the eye, and the damage was so big that she didn't just lose her eye but also her hearing on that ear. It could have been over there. An archer without perfect eyesight was completely useless. A month later, a wandering group of traders came through town. One of them, an engineer that C had helped previously, thanked her by giving her an artificial eye and hearing aid. And with this, she could take up her archery again. What seemed to be an happy ending. But as it turned out, not everyone was happy for her. Old rivals and people jealous of her started to shun her, accuse her of cheating in competitions and the like. A lot of the more superstitious villagers even accused her of witchcraft and devil worship, since they didn't understand the modern features. She endured this for half a year before she finally decided to leave. It was enough. She couldn't take the scorn from her village anymore. It took almost 10 long years of traveling before she finally decided to stop and find a new place to call home. That place was called Moss SMP. Hello and welcome to another episode here on the channel. This time not in single player world, not even modded that I've done before. This time we are in a multiplayer world called Moss SMP, where we're going to play with other people, we're going to tell stories together, a lot of lore telling, and of course a little bit of regular Minecraft as well. You can't play Minecraft without playing Minecraft, if you know what I mean. So we are here up in the spawn area. We have the beautiful spawning house here that we have at the start. Some other stuff, a forest has sprung up here in the last week or something, and some other of the players' builds and everything. Some of them are communities, some of them are bases, and I'm not going to show you a lot of it. We're going to explore them in later episodes when we maybe come back here for storytelling and everything. But yeah, we're going to focus on our own place today, where my character, Silverdragon, is going to be placed. I have played a little bit on this world already, so you're going to see a lot of the stuff here that has been built, and I'm just going to take precaution and put on all of my gear and everything. And as you can see, I have netherite already, so it's a long journey from the start to this point. But yeah, I have had a little bit of trouble with getting an episode out for the SMP and what I want with it, and coming up with the character design and everything. So as you can see here, I see a lot of my stuff already, but we have just from the spawn area, where we have recently also gotten a lot of pigs. I don't know why, but yeah, we have this icy biome, and you can probably tell from my getup that it's going to be a very icy to sort of feel for this place. I usually take the boat, but I want to take the scenic route this time so I can show you guys what I have played here and what I have built so far. So I've gone with the icy feeling, you can see all of the ice, but also I've gone with the acacia wood and a lot of stone bricks, because I felt that that would work well with the icy landscape. And I've also gone for castle design, so we have an outer wall here. The outside is completely finished, almost. We have 2 towers that's going to be built here at the entrance, but the backside is not completely finished yet. I have started on the inside here, but it takes a lot of time to get all of this stone, so it takes a little bit longer than I have wanted to. But here you have the entrance for my place. As I've said, I'm going to put some towers or something a little bit more majestic at the entrance here, but that's not a project for now. Then we have the actual castle, or part of the fort, or I don't know what to call it really, because my character, even though she is called Silverdragon, which I think sounds a little bit like a noble sort of yeah, type of thing, she is not. And that's why she doesn't use her last name a lot, but I think you should know it at least. So living in this type of place, it's not a kingdom, she's no queen or princess or anything, but it gets the feeling for it even, so we'll see. This is a fort at least, where she keeps all her stuff, where she lives. And then we have all of this space that's going to turn into farms and a village type of things. So we're going to start with the first build that I actually built on this world after my fort here, and that's this behemoth of a tower, where I have a lot of, or not a lot of, I mean, I have my mob farm here, where we can perform, where mobs spawn. So we have everything from zombies to skeletons to creepers, and spiders spawn as well, but they don't die because they can't fall down and die. So yeah, and that's a passive mob, so I don't have to go up there to actually perform anything. I just need to be in the area and they spawn. So I'm going to take a look at the castle in a little minute, but I want to show you the outside first. As I've said, this here is going to be building areas where I want to build stuff, mostly on this side. I think I have an idea for a village of some kind, some houses, and then they're going to be farms on this side. And you can hear the telltale sign of an iron golem dying, and that's because I have an iron farm here, which is very simple. I have 3 villagers in that pod, I think, over there on that side. They are scared by a pillager that's over there. It's pacified, so it doesn't keep shooting at the villagers, and they spawn iron golems every 30 seconds or so, and they get killed by campfires. Very simple design. You have probably seen it if you watched my channel before. It's the same design that I use a lot. I've just decorated it a little bit so it could fit in, because that's what I want with this place. Even though I have some farms that are standing out right now, I need to get myself a little bit of a more aesthetic, so everything that's going to be built here, even if it's farms, it's going to fit into the build. So here I have a sort of, I don't know, monolith, I think you can call them, some sort of type of building where I think that in the lore at least it's going to be some sort of sacrificial thingy that we can use to sort of yeah, validate that we're killing iron golems. And yeah, except for that, I also have some farms over here. They're very rudimentary. I just recently put down all of this ice here. Before that, it was water everywhere. Almost everywhere where you can see the packed ice, there was water instead of the regular icy. Yeah, regular ice where it has frozen instead. So this is going to change out in the future, but we have sugarcane, we have regular crop farms, some cactus, and my tree farm over there. Then we don't have much else on the outside. Everything is almost placed on the inside instead. And as I said, I haven't built a lot of it because I want to make it look nice, and that's why I have a hard time sometimes to come up with designs. So here we have the sort of inner courtyard where I'm going to remove this type of things, maybe make a stables a little bit better, but I'm going to remove this type of things and have something else there instead. In this tower here, we have some melon and pumpkin farms. I have some cows and sheep on each side in the towers over there. And then we have the inside. And the inside I have sort of guarded myself with some cats, so I don't get creepers that wander into my base and destroy everything. And I also needed a sort of space to have my cat from the intro into this place here. So I have sort of adopted more cats along the way. But here we have my storage system, a regular one, nothing automatic about it. And then we have an upper floor where we have more storage, enchanting area, and then we have the regular stuff like beds and smelters and every block that you can use. I also have a small map over here where I've put in my whole area, so we can see the bridge there, the island that we went on, and over there somewhere in these spots are the spawn area. And then I have two maps that I've gotten from villagers as well put here, because I haven't gone out and put in the areas here. So we can see here that we have a lot of stuff that has happened and everything, but also a very empty type of thing. And then we of course have an upper floor in each of these. You can go up in each of the towers of the fort/castle, and I also have a nether portal in one of these rooms. And some of them I can also walk down into if I want to. So that's my area where I have a lot of stuff and everything, and I think that I don't going to talk much more about this area. I just wanted to give an introduction to what I've done and what I have. I also have a mine as well inside one of the forts, so you can get down into the not the bedrock level, what I was going to say. You can get down into the lower ground where I mined out a lot of stone. So yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a short episode, but it's just an intro episode where I've sort of introduced my character, the Silverdragon, as I said, how she came to be here on the Moss SMP, and I've also introduced you guys to the base and where she's placed her stuff, and then we can later on explore more in the future. I'm so excited actually to get this started and see if we can get a good story going. It's not going to sort of interchange with my other series. It's not going to replace it. I'm going to continue with my regular single player world, but you guys are also going to be on this one if you want to. So if you are curious about the Moss SMP and what I'm going to be doing here together with all the other people, then I recommend you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes when I put them out. You can also leave a like and a comment. I would appreciate it. We'll see each other in the next episode. Goodbye.